with a custom-built spreadsheet and data from reliable sources on the internet. We crunched the numbers over 7 rounds of the D'Hondt calculation in the Scottish regional list elections. We then put the same data through 5 different voting models and came out with interesting results. Now we can make an informed decision. We can see exactly how our voting will result in unionists getting into Hollywood and allow the disease of British exceptionalism to grow in our beautiful land. Radio Apocalypse presents SNP 1 and 2 or now. Good evening, Scotland. Good evening, social media land. I hope you are well. Welcome to our live spreadsheet once again, and tonight we will be looking at the voting results from the Highlands and Islands in 2016. I will be inputting it into our spreadsheet to look at what happened on the day and then go through all our voting models to see what would have happened if people voted slightly differently. Let me quickly run through the spreadsheet so people understand how this works. First of all, we take the constituency seats, or the first past the post seats, and we put them into this column here. And when we will input the results from the list votes. So we put every single one of the votes down in this column, and then the D'Hondt calculation will then run its course through 7 rounds all the way along and give us the amended and adjusted votes each time that we place a result into this column here. Now the basically equation for the D'Hondt calculation is the total list seats divided by the first past the post seats plus 1. Okay, that would give you the equation for round 1. Round 2 would be the list votes divided by the first past the post seats plus 1 plus whatever seat they won in the first round. And then it would continue like that, adding on any additional seats to go into the divisor for the calculation. And we have that respectively up here in this part here. So every time we go to a different round, you can see that it will actually add another cell from the spreadsheet to add into the equation if that particular part is populated. Alright, quite straightforward, quite easy to use. It's a dead simple calculation. There's nothing complicated about this. It is just as easy as taking the votes, taking the seats, adding 1 to the seats and dividing that into the votes, and that's your proportional representation bit. Okay, right, so where do we get our data from here? Well, I go through this every night. This is the Wikipedia site for the 2016 Scottish Parliament elections. I have been consistent, and I consistently use this website for the data that we require to populate the spreadsheet. I have also checked it on other websites to ensure its integrity, and we will continue to use this just now. So let us scroll down till we find Highlands and Islands tonight. We've already done Central, the Central region. We have already done Glasgow. And both these particular regions delivered a full house of SNP MSPs in the constituencies. So well done to you guys. Right, Highlands and Islands though, here we go. Right, so Scottish Parliament election 2016 Highlands and Islands results. So we have here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 SNP MSPs being brought through and 2 Liberal Democrats. This will be the first time that I will have inputted Liberal Democrats, in fact any other party from the constituency seat, into our voting model. So this is going to be an interesting night tonight. So that's 6 and 2. So let's just go and throw those in just now. So that is straight away it will be 6 in there, and where's the Lib Dems, and 2 in there. And just to make sure that it's completely done properly, we will put in a 0. Come on, where are you? There we go. Put in a 0 for each of the other parties as well. Okay, so here is the list results for the general election in Scotland in 2016 for Highland and Islands. We can look at the results. We're going to look at them anyway, but it's the votes that we need. All right, and let's just have a quick look at how this worked here before. 39% of the vote was 81,600, almost double what the Tories got, and certainly more than double for the Lib Dems, Labour and Greens got, but we only ended up with one seat. Okay, with that. So that's fine, that's how the D'Hondt calculation works, and that is what we're looking at specifically for this. But let us go and input the votes into our model just now and go through the whole calculating process, the list. So SNP were 81600, the Tories were 44693, Labour was 22894, Liberal Democrats 27223, Greens were 14781, and our little indie party, they got none. Okay, so looking straight here just now, you can see that the D'Hondt calculation has done the adjusted votes instantaneously for round one. So all we have to do now is look at who got the highest amount of votes for this. Please ignore what goes after the decimal point. If any clever Excel spreadsheety person knows how I can take the decimals, what comes after the decimal point there, off this, I would be eternally grateful. I don't know how to make that work in an Excel spreadsheet, but we just go with the whole numbers on this side of the decimal point for the votes. Right, excuse me. Let us see. I think that the Tories won that, did they? 44693. Yes, Tories won the first round. And notice that their votes adjust straight away. And who won the next round? 22894. Yep, so that will be Labour. And then the next round, 22346, will be the Conservatives. And the next round, 14781, that will be the Tories again. And then it's the Greens. And then, oh, here we go. 11173, 11657. It is the SNP. Amazing. This is the first time as well that we've had an SNP seat in the on-the-day reality model. Amazing. And then the last lot will be, let's see, 11173, 11447. Labour. There we go. So SNP 1, Tories 3, Labour 2, Lib Dems 1. Let's check that on the Tories 3, Labour's 2, Greens 1. So our lovely spreadsheet does exactly what it says on the tin here. It calculates out to what it's supposed to be. But let's go through the rest of the models just now for this, which is the 50% of the SNP votes going to the Green Party. So this would be an over-exaggeration of SNP 1 and 2. Okay, so SNP started with 81,600 votes. So we divide that by 2, which gives us 40,800. And then we add that on to Green's total votes, which will give us 55,581. All right, so let's go straight into the results part. That is the Green Party with the first lot of votes. A win there for the Greens. And let's have a look. 27790, 27. Well, it's going to be the Tories there, isn't it? Because they got 44,000. And then the next one is definitely going to be the Greens again. And then the next one, 22346, 22849, 27. That will be the Liberal Democrats. Then the next one is 22346, 228. So 22 will be the Tories. And then the next one is 1822. That is going to be the Labour. And then the last one is going to be, is that Greens again? Is it Greens? Yes, it is. It's going to be the Greens. Okay, so in this model here we have 3 Green seats, 1 Lib Dem, 1 Labour, and 2 Tories. So that's 4 Unionists and 3 Indie bums on the seats. Next one is where we will give, it's the same sort of process again, except what we're going to do is we are going to give the Indie party 50% of the SNP votes. Again, this is over exaggerated. It's like I've done this as extremes. You can't, if you know, there's no way that there'd be a swing of 50% without like a serious like a campaign to say, hey, vote this way. But it's entirely, you know, this is all about just looking at seeing what happens. It's not to change people's minds. It's just purely an out of interest type project for me. So again, we take 50% of the SNP votes, and this time we add them to whatever the Indie party got on the list, which in this model is they didn't start off with anything. So they're getting 40,800 votes. So in round number 1, the Tories, they win. That's amazing. And in round number 2, that will be the little Indie party down there with their 40,000. And round number 3, it's going to be the Tories again. In round 4, that will be Labour. In round 5, it's going to be, is that going to be the Indie party again? Double check. Yes, that will be the Indie party again. In round 6, 14, 7, 8, 9, 14, that's going to be the Tories. And in round 7, that will be the Greens in there. Is that right? Just double check. 14, 7, 8, 9. Yes, it is. We missed one. Oh, no, we've not. I'm just adding it up wrong in my head here. So that gives 3 Tories, 1 Labour, 1 Green, and 2 Indie. Alright, that's 3 Indie bums on seats and 4 Unionists bums on seats as well. Okay, let us go to now where we will take, again, we're going to take half of the total amount of the SNP votes. And give, basically, it says 25% of the SNP votes to both Green and to Indie, just to see what would happen in the model with that. So this increases the Green votes from 14,781 up to 35,181 by doing so, and gives the Indie team just that amount there. But let's have a look, see how it works in the results table. Straight away, this is obviously we've become used to this. The Tories are getting the first one, then the Greens will get the second one, and then Labour will get the third one, and then 2048 Tories will get the fourth one, and then that will be the Indie party there, and then we have 14, 11, 9, 17, that will be the Greens there. Okay, so let's go to the last one and see who got the last one in there. Looks like it's going to be the Tories again, and boom, there we go. So, and again, it's 4 Unionist seats against the 3, what's it called, the 3 Indie seats. Okay, last model here is 50% of the Green votes is going to be going to the SNP, and we will see where that will take us for everything. So that takes the SNP votes from 81600 to 88990, and then with the DeHont calculation, 6 plus 1 into this gives us 12712, which is the way that it works. So again, we're experts at this now with the pattern forming. Tories win, and then it looks like the Labour wins, and then Tories win. And then Tories win again. Is that really right? Oh my word. Gosh. And then SNP win. Yay for the SNP! Amazing. And then who wins today? Oh, here we go. This is interesting. Right, so 11447, 11173, 11123. So 11447, that will be Labour. And then 11113 against 11123. 11173. 11123. Tories. Wow. Is that right? Let me just check that. Let me just delete that off there. Right. Okay. 7, that's 7. That's 9. That's 7. That's 11. 11173. 11123. I would be demanding a recount. Wow. Wow. So in this model, when you vote SNP 1 and 2, you end up with just the 1 SNP seat and 6 Unionist seats. Kind of crazy. Alright, let's have a look at the actual results table, the conclusion table. So in reality, on the day, there was 1 SNP seat, 3 Tories, 2 Labour and 1 Green, giving us 2 Indie bums on the seats and 5 Union bums on seats. Alright, if we did SNP 1 Green 2 and also SNP 1 and Indie 2, we end up with 3 bums on seats for the Indie parties respectively and 4 of the Unionists. In fact, that's right the way along when we do all those models like that. The worst case scenario, probably the best for the SNP, well not the best for the SNP, but the worst case scenario, equaling the same amount as they got in reality, was 50% of the Green votes going to the SNP. So that's SNP 1 and 2, so that's the kind of model we use for that. But that particular one resulted in 6 Union seats and just 1 SNP, compared to on the day, which was 2 Indie seats and 5 Union bums on the seats there. Alright, so this is our Highlands and Islands model. Crazy times. And yeah, just a bit of fun, something to do looking at this. We are tomorrow, I think, what's it tomorrow? Or I might do it tonight. It's Lothian. It's my region. Whoa. Let's do my region. In fact, we might just do that tonight and get that one up as well. And then we've only got 4 more to do after that. We'll try and get 2 done a night, so they're all up before the end of the week. And then we're going to move to 2011. I've not looked at 2011's data yet, so it should be fun. Listen, for everybody that does get around to watching this, I do appreciate you watching it. This is not to try and convince anybody to do anything. It's just a way of showing you in extreme voting patterns what can happen. Alright, it's not meant to sort of like change your mind for voting, because nobody can change your mind for voting. We're all wanting the same thing at the end of the day. We're all in the same team. So let's just push for Indie one way or another, whichever way you think's best for doing it. Personally, for the Lothians, I know what the results are for the Lothians because I've ran the model before. For me, it's going to be SNP 1 and Greens 2. And we'll discuss that when we get on to the tables for Lothians. But thanks very much for watching. I do appreciate your time for coming to watch this tonight. Okay, take care.